What's going on, Llama Gang? It's your boy Breeze back here at Llama TCG Gaming, back with you with a brand new deck profile video. We're running Azamina Fiendsmith Elfnote today. The Medius line, they have cards like Doom Z, they have Art Mage, and they also have Elfnote. It's one of the new lores that the TCG has recently introduced to the game. So I just wanted to make a quick deck profile video about this just to show you guys this is a very spicy deck. I'm going to give you guys a deck profile and I'll go ahead and give you guys the combo video at the end. You know, I'm never going to do a video without giving you guys something to leave with. I'll also give you guys a few other tech options that you can consider if you didn't want to play it this way. The deck is very flexible, has a lot of main deck interactions as well. So if you get Drolled, Fooled, things like that, you do have alternative lines. And we are on Fiendsmith, but we're only on one single engraver, and I'll show you guys how that works. Stay tuned. Let's get right to it. All right, getting right into the deck profile. We're just going to start it off. We'll go ahead and knock this out real quick. We are on 2 Medius of the Pure. Medius is your 1-card starter. You also can dump it off things like Realize. And when the Chaos Origin set comes out in July, we're getting a Link monster where any 2 non-Link monsters can get you to Realize, which can get you to Medius and Fiendsmith Engine. So pretty good card, pretty good card. We're also on the 2 Peacocks, the Elfnote Power Patron. When he's used as a synchro material, he can search in any Elfnote card. So this is how you get into your Fiendsmith play, and I'll show you guys that 1-card combo. We're also on 3 Lucinas. Lucina is a great starter for the deck. Elfnotes have to be summoned to the center monster zone, and when they are, they get special effects on board. Lucina lets you search any Elfnote. Regina, you can send 1 Elfnote card from your field or your hand to the graveyard, and then it's specials. When this is special to the center monster zone, it can, let me move this up a little bit. It can special summon any Elfnote, so it can summon the level 1, it can summon Lucina, anything that you need. We're also on the 2 Tenyas. Tenya is a great card. It allows you to place the spell card Welcome Home face up directly from the hand or field. Hand or deck, I'm sorry. And then we're on the 1 Tenya. Tenya lets you place the trap. The trap is an Omni Negate if you have a Synchro, and it's a Monster Reborn. And then we are on the 1 Welcome Home, and then the 1 Rhapsody of Madness. Just great cards for the deck. You got to play these. I was on 2 of these, but I did end up cutting it down to 1. Second one never came up for me. And then just to round out this engine, we're on the 1 Realize. This dumps Medius of the Pure for cost, and then you can look at your opponent's top deck, and you can either put it on the bottom or you leave it on the top. So it gives you some information, and you can make your opponent brick. And for the next engine, we are on 2 Bellstar, the Black Witch, and we're on 1 Magician's Souls. I'll show you guys this combo. This is probably the 1-card combo I'll show you, just to show you 1 Bellstar gets you into full engine. And then we are on the 3 Wanted of Sinful Spoils. We're on the 1 Susurrus of the Sinful Spoils. This is the card that allows us to bridge. We're on the 1 Deception, 1 Hallowed Azamina, and then 1 Gaze of Timaeus. This just gets you into Dragoon. This is allowing you to facilitate the Susurrus play, and it gets you into the Ilia Silver for another Omni Negate. All of the Omni Negates on top of the Elfnote board, it's pretty much just GG's from there. Okay, and just for the last non-engine card, we are on the 1 Engraver. Like I said, I'll show you why you only have to play the 1 Engraver. You can play a larger Fiendsmith engine if you wanted to, but since I'm incorporating a Bellstar engine, I'm only on the 1 Engraver. Okay, and now for the non-engine. Pretty standard. We're on 3 Ash Blossoms just to play through the Fua. We're on 3 Fuas. People say it's bad, but I feel like it's still a mandatory card to play. We are on the 2 Droll and Lockbirds, pretty much just a OTK for a lot of decks. Things like Mitsurugi, Clown Crew, things like that. Then Elfnotes struggle to break boards a little bit, so we are on the 3 Droplets, and then we're on the 3 Super Polys. And then we are on the 1 Called by the Grave, just another play to help us play through Droll, help us play through Fua, Ash, things like that. On to the side deck now. For the links, we're only on the Fiendsmith Requiem and the SP Little Knight. Those are the only 2 links on Requiem just to help us facilitate our Fiendsmith play to get into Caesar, and SP is just spot removal for us. We are on the 1 Armades. Armades is a light fiend. It allows us to get, just if we need to normal media, special the Peacock from the deck, we can go Armades to facilitate the Caesar play, and then we get a search off the Peacock to go into our full Elfnote line. On the 1 Black Rose Dragon, any level 7 ability to make a level 7 is easy in here, and then it gives us a board wipe. We're on the one Storixia. I probably butchered that name. Pretty good card though. It allows you to reborn, and then you're locked into synchros, but it gets you into your Crystal Wing Dragon. We're on the one Crystal Wing right here. Crystal Wing Synchro Dragon, just a broken card, negate destroy. For another card that I am on, the Fabled, we'll call him Levy, just because I don't want to butcher his name. He's a level 10 light synchro, so he allows you to get into your Fiendsmith plays through your Elfnote combo, as well as he's a quick effect. He can tribute himself for cost and a permanent take and negate for your opponent's monster. So his effect has came up for me a lot. For our super poly targets, we're on the one Mud Dragon and one Garura. I should be on the Theseus, the zombie tuner synchro for Kill Tune, but I'm not paying $30 for a super poly target. We're on the one Necroquip for the Caesar line. For the Azamina play, we're on the one Relago, the one Ilya Silva. Gotta play both of these just for the play that I'm gonna show you. We're on the one D-Mod and one Dragoon, just because Dragoon is Dragoon, and D-Mod just allows it to facilitate plays, and typically your opponent is going to stop this, so it's just mainly bait. And then just to round out the extra deck, we're on the one Caesar. Okay, going into the side deck really quick. This is tailored to my locals a little bit. It's not really finalized, but this is just something that I came up with for this video. We are on the two Ghost Bells. We're on two Perulia. We're on two Ghost Ogre. Ghost Ogre is going to be a very important card come July. You're going to have to get rid of things like the Mind Scan, get rid of like the Tune Field Spell, things like that. So we are on the two triple tags just because it helps us get into our board breakers. We're on one Duster, one Lightning Storm, one triple tag. We are on two evenly matches as well to help break boards. And to round out for our going first cards, we're on one Solemn Judgment and one Anti-Spell Fragrance. I'll go ahead and throw out a couple other side cards that you may be able to play if you wanted to. You can play the one Dark Ruler. Dark Ruler No More is pretty good in this deck, just for the simple fact that you can make the Black Rose after you Dark Ruler, and then blow up the whole board, and then set up your board from there, and then you don't have to attack from there, but at least their board's broken, so pretty good play. For the next card, DD Crow is an option. You can hit. There's a lot of things that want to activate in the grave, so you could DD Crow it before it can activate, things like that. It's pretty niche, but it's an option. Book of Eclipse is pretty good going second if your deck struggles to break boards, but just remember it can get ashed, and Branded is running around, so they can still fuse face down. Mitsu can still tribute face down as well. Imperm is a god card right now, but I just couldn't find room for it. I'm probably end up will, just like I said, my side deck's not finished, but Imperm's a pretty good card. People say Nib is trash, but I got Nib 3 times the other day. Nib is pretty good on a local standpoint. If you're going to regionals, YCSs, things like that, I get it, but Nib is still Nib. You can also run the cross out of your deck run if you're afraid of Droll and Fualos, just to give you another out to things like that. Raigeki's pretty good as well, just being able to just break boards. A lot of decks they have one Omni negate, so if you can bait that one Omni negate, Raigeki's pretty live from there. And then to round out some other tech options you might want to use, Bestial Magnuma. Magnuma's really good to help shuffle your deck up after Kiltune stacks your deck. And then you can search the Sheena. Regina is a wind, and so is Crystal Wing. So you typically will always be able to have a wind monster. When the new level 10 comes out and it's specials 3 from deck, Sheena's going to be even better for her. So I like the tech card of Sheena. Alright, Llama Gang, we're going to get right into this combo video right now. This is your basic hand right here, Diabell Star. These can all be blanks, truthfully. We'll just go for a combo video. We don't care what any of those cards is. We just need Diabell. So just wanted to make that clear. So we'll go ahead, Diabell Star. We will send a card to the graveyard for cost. That's the Fualos, but it doesn't matter what card it is. Effect. We will set the Deception. We'll go ahead and activate a spell card just so a spell card has been activated. We will now banish the Diabell Star. That's going to summon the Dark Magician of Destruction. We will go ahead and demod effect. This is where you would get Magician Souls. If you already have access to your Elfnote combo, you can get Gaze for the Dragoon negate on your opponent's turn. But here, since we don't have combo for Elfnote, we're gonna get Magician Souls. So here for Souls, we'll go ahead and activate Souls. We can go ahead and dump the Lucina. Lucina is a level 6 spellcaster, so it is available to be dumped. We'll special summon out the Souls. Here we'll go Deception's effect. We will tribute the D-mod off. That's going to get us the Hollowed Azamina. This is where we will go Hollowed Azamina now. This is going to go ahead and send Hollowed Azamina plus the Deception. And we'll reveal and summon the Mu. Mu's effect. We'll get the Susurrus of Sinful Spoils. And Susurrus is a pretty good card to allow us to bridge into what we need. So here it just depends on what you truly want to do. You can go, if you want to set up the Omni Negate now just to make sure everything else is protected, you can. You can go Hollowed Azamina. You will shuffle back the Mu to add this back to your hand. And then you will go Hollowed Azamina, revealing the Yugioh. And then you'll chain the Susurrus here. What Susurrus allows you to do is you could target one illusion or spellcaster on your field, add it back to your hand, and then you could special summon one illusion or spellcaster from your graveyard. So we will return the Souls. It's going to special out the Lucina. And then this will resolve, sending the Sinful Spoils. And we'll summon out the Yugioh. And now you have an Omni Negate plus the Lucina here. And then Lucina's effect. You can go ahead and search out the level 1. And then we can go ahead and normal summon the level 1. And we'll activate his effect. It's going to go ahead and increase his level by 3. So now he's a 4. We'll synchro summon. Which in reality, we probably should have did the Regina, which would have made more sense, but I understand why we didn't. But so this is where the level 10 comes in, the Fable, the Levy. We'll go effect of the level 1 Elfnote. That's going to search as any Elfnote monster that we want. We'll get the Elfnote Tinya here. And then now we can do Fiendsmith things. We'll go Requiem here. Requiem's effect is going to special summon one from deck. And this is why I was saying we only need the one engraver. We'll special out the engraver. We will equip the Requiem. That there will get us into Necro Quip. And then the engraver will shuffle back the Levy to summon. And then we will overlay. And we'll go Caesar. So for one Dia Bellstar, we did set up an Omni Negate. We still have 5 cards left in our hand, and we have Yugioh plus Caesar. And now from here, we can go ahead and special Tinya. Tinya's effect. She will place the spell card, the Welcome Home. We can then go Welcome Home now. We can send the Tinya to special the Regina. And Regina's effect now will special summon one Elfnote since it was special summoned to the center monster zone. We'll go Fortuna. We'll now activate Fortuna's effect. It's not on summon, it is an ignition. We will place the Rhapsodia. There's still 4 cards left in our hand, and then here we'll go Rhapsodia's effect. We'll go ahead and send the Fortuna to the graveyard and allows us to reborn one. We'll reborn the level 1 Elfnote. We'll now synchro summon into a 7. Let's go to the Strixia. I'm probably butchering that name too, but it's okay. We'll go effect to reborn the level 1 again. Oh, I'm sorry. There is a chain when Regina is used as a synchro material, it adds itself back to your hand. And then we'll reborn off the Strixia. And now we have the ability to make our Crystal Wing. So of one Dia Bellstar, you did end on Yugioh, Crystal Wing. This is a negate. So what you can do here is you can go Elf Note. If they activate like a spell card that you can't negate with any of these, you can send the souls to the graveyard, and then you can summon the Tinya if you wanted to. And then since you control a synchro, you can now negate it. But what you should do is you would go Strelixia. You will reborn the Strelixia, and then Strelixia can reborn the Tinya. And then you can swap, and then you can banish a card off your opponent's hand, and you still have a negate destroy. 2 Solemn Judgments basically. This is a negate for a card on the field, and this is an Omni negate, and you still have 4 cards left in your hand. So you always have your choice, and then you can always save the souls if you need. You can send the Regina, but keep in mind too, Regina can always quick effect send an Elf Note card special. When it's special to the center monster zone, it does special an Elf Note from the deck. So just keep that in mind. But yeah, off 1 Dia Bellstar, you do get all of this. It is a lot. Regina would be in hand actually. And you can play pure Synchron, you can play pure Elf Note, you can play more of a Fiendsmith package. I've been seeing some people messing around with the new Synchro emergency card that's coming out in September. So once we get to level 10 in that Link Monster, Elf Note is going to be a lot stronger. But if you did enjoy this video, don't forget to like and subscribe. Don't forget to comment down below. If I did anything wrong, let me know. If you think there's something I can do better, definitely let me know. I do appreciate you guys. I apologize for the delays between the videos. A lot going on, but I'm definitely going to try harder. Thank you. Llama Gang out.